Morning, Fraser. It's like 2 minutes to 6, and I'm late for men's. Well, I'm not late, but you know, I feel like I'm late for the men's Saturday breakfast thing. Oh, it's only because, you know, guy gets there at like, 3 a.m. kind of thing. All right, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but you know what I mean. He's always there early, and I always try and beat him, but yeah, not happening this morning. Turns out it's raining. I brought my change gear because I was planning on doing more stuff at the church today. And there's a neighbor at the church, they're a friend of ours, that elderly couple, they need some help with inline, what is it, like an in-ground sprinkler system kind of thing, that there's a leak. We helped them the other day with one in the backyard. Now they got one in the front yard, so got to do that. So I brought all my clothes to change into, but now it's literally pouring down rain, man. It's like, oh man, because I at one point, well, when she showed me, I chatted with them yesterday, and she showed me the leak, and you could see where it was bubbling up in the wall. Well, you still probably see it bubbling, I guess, but a little bit harder when it's pouring down rain and it's water you're looking for, but nonetheless. So breakfast this morning, dark 30 right now. Light 30, whatever. And then working on the drywall a little bit and fixing that lawn thing. So I'll wait probably until the afternoon for when the rain stops for the lawn, but we'll get her done today. Yeah, Guy's here, Neil's here, I think Stu's here, everybody's here, just not me, let's go cook some breakfast. I'm gonna keep you on. It's exactly 6 o'clock. I'm gonna keep you on because they're gonna yell at me. See, guys give me a hard time already. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. So,
how you doing?
Now, because the one guy, as soon as he, hey, just tell the cop I was
Fruit and everything this morning.
Tell the cops I was with you guys.
All right, I'm back. More drywall tape. Gonna finish up that area there. Gonna go in and work in the boys' bathroom for a bit. We'll see what happens. I know, it's not corner bead, but for what little we have for that, I'm okay with that. Nothing's gonna happen to it. I'm gonna do the same thing in this area. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, but I'll do my best. That one's done. Okay. What do you think of that? That's good in there. Like that. That can go. I think we need right there. So I guesstimated that that's where the thing was. It's not, it's right over there, but that's fine.
go. Access panel in. This needs more. Yeah, still needs more screws, but that's okay. Access panel, cut the access panel in. Nice, needs more screws. All right, boarded up, complete. Solid it up with the screws. Now I'm just gonna mud and tape this, and hopefully that's good. Yeesh, getting there. Lean on your understanding. All right, working on this. Because it drives me crazy. It's that squirrely thing. But I managed to do everything else first, which was good for me. And then now I'm working on it, so. Draining all the time. Squirrel, I see this. You gotta get I need to make sure, see that, the little thing down there with the 4, where I'm trying to twist it is not turning, the little 4 little divots there?
Yeah.
That turns when I try and loosen
So
the bottom one.
you need it.
I need you to hold this.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, you'll need these, yeah. Can you get in there, you think?
I'm gonna get down smaller.
Yep. That is true.
No,
Destroying that.
Just a sec. I don't have it yet.
That's okay.
Okay, let's see. Oh, just
Still
a-
turning.
Okay, let's try it again.
I'm just gonna get it loose enough that I can do it by hand. Almost not there.
It's not spinning.
Okay. No, it takes a bit to come off. It's quite tight actually.
Oh,
There's spinning over there.
it's
And it's funny. I'm almost at the bottom,
and it's still too
tight. Yeah. I don't know why. It's bizarre. And now because I don't have something to hold against it, it's harder to get a hold of. So. You're free.
There's where it pays
Thank
to
you.
recognize God made us male and females with smaller hands and bigger hands. Like, really, truly.
Oh yeah, I agree. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, I know this is going to shock you, but my battery died. So, which is probably good because it, which is probably good because it didn't show the stress, frustration, and maybe a little bit of embarrassment because, I didn't realize something. This here, so this was continuously running, as you know. So I replaced this, but I didn't realize that it says universal, and it actually goes taller and shorter. And I didn't realize that at the first part. So I put it in its original state, which was the shortest little stubby thing you could imagine, and it didn't have enough water. So I went to go down to the plumbing store and ask them, like, you got one little fit? Yeah, you just kind of twist it out and it does it. Like, oh, okay, sorry, yeah. So that was a little embarrassing. But just messing around with it. It's a universal style, so you don't have the ball anymore. You've just got this one here. And what I find is if you've got if you've got a toilet that had condensation, you've got this liner in there to stop the condensation on the outside of the tank. You've actually got to cut out that little spot in there, otherwise this gets stuck and it won't stop. But put a new flapper valve in there as well, which I'm not thrilled at that. See, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this. The flapper valve is not staying up long enough, so it's not properly flushing the toilet. It does it once, and I'm like, oh, okay, good, it's done. And then I do it a second time, and it doesn't work. So then I got to mess around with it, and then it works, and then it doesn't work. So still the frustration because I thought it was done, but clearly it's not done. Let's figure out what we're doing here. Man, it takes forever to fill. Seriously. That's not good enough. Okay, that seems to be working better, but that can't go there, because that's ridiculous. Not that it's ridiculous, it's just it won't go that high. If the old one works, fair enough. I was trying to fix the whole problem because I thought that was also part of the problem, but if that was not, then so be it. Works like a champ. There we go. All right, done. Old flapper valve. For whatever reason, this new one with the with this rubber thing for a chain doesn't work as well as the old one with an actual chain. Who knew? That's okay. We're gonna fill up a couple holes here and there, but other than that, I think we're done for now. Hey Fraser, hope you're having a good day, bud. It's a decent day, turned out to be here. I know it was raining this morning. Ow, hurt my elbow. I don't know what I did. Just leaning on stuff. Feels weird. It's got that. Anyway. Minor issue. Probably because I've been leaning on stuff and, you know, trying to drywall and, you know, laying down at the same time kind of thing, right? So, but nonetheless, yeah, it actually turned out to be a half decent day out here. It's a little windy, but, you know, the rain's going. So yeah, I did the men's breakfast this morning, did the cooking and all that wonderful stuff with the boys, and it was good. We didn't have as many guys there today. We had like 30 some odd guys, which is not bad, but long weekend, right? So some people weren't there, some people were there. It hurts to lean on my elbows. So yeah, it was all good and fun, lots of good food, and then I got changed right away and went to the neighbors there beside the church because they had that little leak in their in-ground sprinkler system kind of thing. So again, the rain had stopped by the time I went over there, so it was good, and I could still see where the water was coming out. So I dug it out about halfway, and then we turned the water off, and then you know, scooped all the water out of there, and then just kept digging, and within, it was only 18 inches down. There was lots of sand there. The time we did it before, there wasn't as much sand, so it was a pain in the butt to dig through and stuff with the roots and all that sort of stuff. But this one had lots of sand. It was good. It was nice. It was easy to dig, and found it. It was just a pinhole, man. Like it wasn't. It was a pinhole, and but it was spewing water. So how suddenly this pinhole, you know, decides to start spewing water. It's just weird the way that stuff works, man. I didn't even really have to cut anything out. I cut out maybe a quarter of an inch. You know, once I got it all cleaned out and stuff, cut out where the little pinhole was. Didn't even need any extra pipe on this one, and just put the coupler back in, and it was fine, right? So, and he had all the tools there. He had he had everything we needed. So he's got the little cutter tool for that kind of pipe and stuff, and it was nice. Me and Stu went over there and fixed all that up, which is, you know, it's good to get it done. I don't like water leaks, right? Like anything to do with water, it's leaking. Especially if it's leaking up through your ground, that's a pain, right? And then went back in and you know, finished off the drywall mudding in the ladies' bathroom there when I ran out of tape, and then realized that I hadn't actually finished boarding everything that I thought I had. So I had to put some more board up in the boys' bathroom there on where the urinal was, and screw that drywall in a little bit more secure, because I only had like three screws in that just to hold it in place. I forgot about that. So anyway, did all that, and then cut the access panel as well for the shutoff valve for that one. Basically, it's a shutoff valve for the same problem we had in the other bathroom wall, where it was causing all the condensation. Exactly the same thing. So this is the hose bib. It goes underneath and in the concrete and out to the other side of the building, kind of thing, for the hose bib. So we wanted to make sure we had an access panel for that as well. So but that all got done. The only thing I didn't do is the one strip, the lower strip on the outside corner. I'm probably going to go and get that today. I don't know that I'm going to do it today. I don't really want a bunch of drywall there. We got, you know, that's the only usable bathroom really for the kids. So kids are going to be walking in and scraping past it. I don't want them getting, you know, drywall mud. It's going to be wet tomorrow if I do it today. So I'll wait until, I might do it tomorrow afternoon. You know, just go in there and do a quick, it's only like a 4-foot chunk of drywall beads, so it's not a big deal, but I just don't want that wet drywall mud there for tomorrow, because sure enough, kids are going to be scraping. It's bad enough that it's on the flat walls, but they shouldn't be touching that. And I don't mean they shouldn't. I mean there's no reason why they would touch that. They could, they might, but then that's their own fault. But on that corner, the outside corner, they'd be walking into it all the time. Kids, you know, with their kids, they just walk into corners, right? Scraping past walls. Allie says I have like gorilla hands, because, you know, it's like I swing from corner to corner because my greasy handprints are all over the place in the walls. I don't think it's too bad in this house, but in other houses it's been interesting. So, and then I got to that that toilet, which was driving me nuts. A little embarrassing. I had gone to Rona and I picked up the stuff the other day, and it was all there. I'm a guy. I didn't bother reading the instructions. What do you need to read the instructions for? Get it up, put it in, and it seemed short, but whatever. And then, yeah, it was not nearly enough water. Put the new flapper valve in there, and nothing was working. It was just like, come on, seriously, man. So I took off down to Pete's Plumbing, and, you know, fortunately the guy that's in there is a friend of mine. We used to go to the other church together, kind of thing. Yeah, we were chatting. And I still felt like an idiot, you know, when he told me he just kind of twisted out and set it into place, but whatever, it's done. I appreciated his help. I wound up buying a braided toilet line for the supply, because, you know, I wanted to buy something there, and I needed that anyway, so, you know, that was just a token to say thank you for helping my stupidity. But I got that done. A little bit of problem with the flapper valve there. Drive me crazy. I don't like that toilet. I don't think it's a great toilet. I don't think it flushes well. I don't know how old it is. If I can talk them into getting a different one, I will, because it just does not flush well, period. It's got nothing. The water didn't help before, because the water was running. The fill, what do you call it, the fill pump or whatever it is, was just constantly leaking. The diaphragm was gone, and, you know, so it needed all new stuff anyway. But man, oh man, the certain toilets work better than others. That one is just a piece of junk as far as I'm concerned. It's I don't know why, but there's, even in the front, in the bowl portion, there's two sections of water that spray this way, literally this way, like up and to the side. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like, spray down into the bowl, that's where you're supposed to go, but no, it's spraying, and anyway, it just doesn't, it doesn't have the, you know, the punch that you need for a, you know, a good man-sized toilet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, got that all done, got it finished. I had to dig the old, because I threw all the stuff out, right? Because everything's good, it's all in there, it should be working fine. But the flapper valve wasn't working, the new one. So I had to dig through the garbage, and I'm digging through coffee grounds in the garbage can, because I dumped everything in there, just covered, you know, coffee grounds and food from this morning, kind of thing. How it got under the coffee grounds, I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I had to clean it all off and clean it up, put it in, and it works great as far as that toilet will go. It works as great as that toilet will let it, but that toilet is a terrible toilet. Did I mention that before? I'm not sure I did. I don't like the toilet. You might have caught that theme. Anyway. And that was about it, man. I just didn't, you know, there's other stuff to do, but it was like, I was tired. It's an early morning for me. Excuse me. As you can see, you know, 5:45 in the morning. It was early this morning for me. I knew last night when I was going to bed, I was like, oh, I know I'm not going to feel like getting up in the morning. And then Allie woke me up like 5 minutes early. She's like, don't you got to go? Your alarm's not going off. And I looked at my cell phone, and I'm like, that's because it doesn't go off for another 5 minutes. 5 minutes I could have had more sleep. Would have made all the difference in the world. Sure it would have. Anyway. Alright, dude. Where are we at? We're done Acts. We're now going to start into Romans. So, Romans is a letter from the Apostle Paul. They call it an epistle. It's a letter, right? But he wrote this letter around AD 57, near the end of his third missionary journey. It was evidently written from the town of Corinth, so before he actually went into prison in Rome there. He wrote it to prepare the believers of Rome for his long-awaited visit. There we go. All right, a little bit of background. So, Romans 1. Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle and set apart for the gospel of God, the gospel he promised beforehand through his prophets in his Holy Scriptures regarding his Son, who, as to his earthly life, was a descendant of David, and who, through the Spirit of holiness, was appointed the Son of God in power by his resurrection from the dead, Jesus Christ our Lord. Through him we received grace and apostleship to call all the Gentiles to obedience that comes from the faith for his name's sake. And you also are among those Gentiles who are called to belong to Christ. To all in Rome who are loved by God and called to be his holy people, grace and peace to you from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for all of you, because your faith is being reported all over the world. I pray that now, at last, by God's will, the way may be opened for me to come to you. I long to see you, so that I may impact to you some spiritual gift to make you strong, that is, that you and I may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith. I am obligated to both Greeks and non-Greeks, both to the wise and to the foolish. That is why I am so eager to preach the gospel also to you who are in Rome. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile. For in the gospel the righteousness of God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith. We'll stop there for today. Paul's letter always starts with some sort of an introduction, basically prays a blessing on them, kind of thing, when he opens his letters, and he's just telling them how he wants to get there, how he wants to see them, and he's saying that he is not ashamed, and we've seen this throughout, Acts, right, the book of Acts there, that he's not ashamed of the gospel, which is, again, funny and interesting, because he was trying to kill the early apostles because they were preaching the gospel, until he had his Damascus Road, experience where God came down, blinded him with the light and spoke to him. But again, he's still preaching, even in his letters, he's still preaching that the gospel shows us a righteousness that is by faith, not good works. There's nothing we can do. Nobody is good enough to go to heaven. None of us. There's nothing we can do to buy, earn, or steal our way into heaven. It just doesn't happen. The only access we have to heaven is through Jesus Christ. His death, bloodshed on the cross, his resurrection from the dead. That's given to anybody who asks. Freely given. It's a free gift. Countdown, buddy. T minus 2.5 days, and you'll be here. Maybe 3. I mean, assuming you get here, maybe noonish or so on the Tuesday. I don't know. So yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked, man. Oh yeah, and Dave's coming too. Yeah, I'm happy about you coming too, Dave. Yeah. But anyway, I'm very stoked that you're coming, right, Fraser? Just kidding, Dave. I love you too, buddy. Yeah, no, I'm very excited that you're coming, Fraser, and very much looking forward to seeing you, buddy. Love you, buddy. God loves you very much. I miss you. Look forward to seeing you in a few days, and I will post more tomorrow.